Welcome to the Richard Stockton College of New Jersey. Founded in 1969 and located in the largest tract of undeveloped land in New Jersey, the Pine Barrens, Stockton College prides itself in being New Jersey's distinctive green college. Unfortunately, as with any other institution of higher learning this size, Stockton College is a major contributor of greenhouse gas emissions to the Earth's atmosphere. An energy audit published in the year of 2009 targeted Stockton with the production of 35,000 metric tons of equivalent carbon dioxide emissions annually. The largest contributor to Stockton's total carbon output can be tracked back to transportation-related activities on campus. This includes commuter, resident, and employee travel to, from, and around Stockton's campus, as well as the use of Stockton's vehicle fleet by plant management and the campus police force.
And then there were bigger questions that are always complicated in carbon emissions inventories. One of them was, where do we set the boundaries for the inventory? See, when you're doing an inventory of a campus, one of the more interesting questions isn't just how much carbon emissions are resulting from, say, the use of the motor pool, but from the campus operations more generally. And this becomes a question of, let's say, faculty traveling to and from campus, or students traveling to or from campus, or going home for the weekend, or things like this.
With a large number of commuter students, and because of Stockton's sheer location in the car-centered infrastructure of southern New Jersey, the overwhelming majority, or 75% of the 17 metric tons of carbon emissions produced by Stockton's transportation is a direct result of the commute to and from Stockton by both employees and non-resident students.
Driving back and forth to school, I can see a lot of the stickers on the back of the car, Stockton College, and you see there's only one person in the car. So I think there's definitely ways to help reduce the carbon emissions.
When a random sample of 55 non-resident students were surveyed across Stockton's campus, only 12% answered yes to carpooling.
I know that there's carpooling groups on campus. Maybe if those groups could get even more, I don't know what the right word is. I know they're there, but I don't really feel inclined to go meet them. I guess because I'm nervous,
In the same sample, when asked if Stockton would produce a program to help students find other carpoolers, the results skyrocketed to nearly 59% in agreeance. As a result of the high demand for carpooling and the suggestions from the 2009 energy audit, Stockton College has set up a semi-organized carpooling program through the help of Commuter Connection. Unfortunately, this program is poorly advertised at best and is often overlooked by commuting students. An interview with Alice Gitchell, Stockton's energy specialist, revealed two major threats to implementing a new program, the first of which was the bashfulness of students in the company of strangers, and the second was the sheer cost to the college in promoting or even revamping the current program.
Advertisements or anything, and there's always people at the end of the semester or whatnot, or even during the semester that always want to, catch a ride with someone who's local in their area. It's just kids want to do it, they just don't know how to. I think it's stopped and put out posters or signs or something saying there's opportunities for that. I think it would benefit a lot of students more and help save our carbon footprint.
The second largest contributor to Stockton's transportation-related emissions comes in the form of vehicle travel by residential students. From a random survey, it was shown that an average residential student travels approximately 1,800 miles per school year. This includes trips home on the weekends and even car travel around Stockton's campus. With additional calculations based off the mean miles per gallon of residential vehicles, we can conclude that the average residential student produces about 2,000 pounds of carbon per academic year. To this date, many suggestions have been brought to light in order to solve this issue.
Because transportation also becomes about, could we create a shuttle that would allow students to not drive their cars when they go grocery shopping if they live on campus? Or could we create a car share program so that students could stay on campus and not bring their cars and then share a ride home on the weekends? And in fact, as a result of that inventory you mentioned, we began the campus shuttle program that, as you know, goes to the local shopping areas, also goes to the grocery store, goes to Wawa. Now that doesn't mean that a student's going to live on campus and not bring their car, but it means that they may not be using their car every time they want to go to a Wawa or go grocery shopping or something like that. So that was a really nice outcome. Another outcome that we're working on now is to facilitate car sharing and carpool usage around campus. That one's a little trickier, but we're getting some movement there, including now the installation of the zip car program on campus, which just started last year. Success so far, marginal, not being used as much as I think zip car folks would have hoped. And certainly not as much as I had hoped. I was hoping that by the third year we'd have like 10 zip cars on campus. But I think part of the trick, and this goes beyond your question, part of the trick will be to create a disincentive for students to bring their cars on campus, or maybe an incentive to not bring their cars on campus.
Along with the New Jersey number 508 shuttling service and the recently instituted zip car program, Stockton College currently offers a bike share program to entice students not to bring a vehicle on campus. Unfortunately, this program is virtually non-existent to Stockton students. When a random sample of 55 students were surveyed, only 4% knew of Stockton's bike share program.
Major challenges of the bike share program, are one, it is not out there. I'm sure if you surveyed your 10 closest friends, maybe 2 of them would know about it if they didn't know you were doing this project. If that. Maybe like one person, half a person. That's definitely a challenge because they don't know about that and utilize them. And then we just have bikes that just sit there serviced, right?
When the same random sample was asked, now that you are aware of a bike share program on campus, would you take part? 56% answered yes.
Actually, for me, the low-hanging fruit that still could be done by this college is bike access and bike connectivity. It would be so easy to make this campus much more bike friendly. And because we're a flat campus that's relatively spread out, we could be a model of this really for the country. I mean, we could be a campus where like conceivably 70% of the students take their bikes to and from classes. I mean, why not?
The last contributor to Stockton's transportation-related emissions that we examined was the use and efficiency of Stockton's vehicle fleet. At the time of the 2009 audit, the most common vehicles owned by Stockton College were pickup trucks and large vans. This resulted in a multitude of problems due to the fact of poor efficiency when in use of simple tasks that could easily be substituted by smaller hybrid vehicles.
Well, one interesting question that came up there was faculty use of vehicles. So if a faculty member was going alone to a conference, let's say in upstate New York, they would have to check out a minivan, an SUV, or even a 15-passenger van. And so one of the challenges was how could we, for example, have vehicles that are not available to faculty, like the campus Priuses, actually made available for that kind of transportation. And that's something that's actually still being worked out.
In response to this issue, Stockton College has purchased 2 Toyota Priuses and 14 totally electric vehicles for on-campus use only. The remainder of the fleet, or 124 out of 140 vehicles, run specifically on gasoline alone. Although action has been taken from the suggestions of the 2009 energy audit, Stockton College still has many obstacles to overcome in order to remain as New Jersey's distinctive green college.